Nebraska wrapped up their 11th spring practice here on Wednesday inside Memorial Stadium. It was the final major scrimmage before the Huskers go into their red-white spring game in the final week of spring ball. And just getting the sense, talking to the offensive coaches, both Greg Austin and Sean Beckton, it's clear the offense didn't come out in this final scrimmage the way they would have liked.
Yeah, it was the whole offense. I mean, it was pick a position. Guys weren't dialed into the details of what they were doing, and certainly, our defense played with more energy this morning initially, and they carried it throughout practice. We had some bright moments, but overall, just was not to our standard.
Today, offense and defense have been going back and forth all spring. Today, I didn't think the offense came out with the right attitude and mentality that we need to be champions on a daily basis. So we got to learn from that. We picked it up as the practice went along. And in order for us to be great, we got to, as soon as we hit that grass field, we got to make sure we're locked and loaded and focused. For the most part, the defense, pretty much gave it to us today. But the guys will come back, they'll bounce back and learn from it. We kind of needed that a little bit because we've been doing extremely well on offense. So when we have a little bit of a setback, we're going to see and challenge our guys and see if they're going to come out ready to go on Friday.
Consistency. Wanted to see consistency. Guys have been consistent all spring and didn't come out as consistent as we wanted to today, across the board.
A lot of talk here on a Wednesday about the offensive line, and most importantly, when Greg Austin looks at this group, he feels like he's got way more options, way more guys that can play than he's ever had before.
I mean, he's a wild card, but the point is we have to make him make a decision where he has to go 8 or 9 deep because he has no other choice. That's I think everybody's goal is just fight for rotation time.
Well, heck, you're talking about having 5 guys in 2018. We got 9 guys now. We got 9 guys that can play. So there's competition. And I know that, I don't know if somebody's going to ask about him, but Nuri Nwili is a solid player, up-and-coming guy that's going to be, he's one of the accountable guys. I think he's going to be one heck of a player. He's going to contribute this fall for us as well.
I think we're pretty resilient. We don't take no for an answer, and the emphasis this year has been finish, and I think we've been finishing our blocks a lot better and just trying to work to be badasses.
And now the challenge for Austin is figuring out the right combination and finding the guys that need to be out there on the field. And I think guard is one of those spots where you have players like Matt Sichterman and Brant Banks battling it out on the inside.
The challenge is puzzling it, but then also the challenge is making sure that the guys understand where their value is. You got that many, when they got that many guys that can play for you. We live in a world now where, guys can transfer with free will, do whatever. So you got to recruit them while they're here, as you're coaching them. So you always have to make sure that you're being personable and, doing things with them to make them feel valued. And that's the troubling thing. That's the tough thing, not the troubling thing. That's the tough thing about making sure that you can keep the guys intact, and you're developing your room, developing the culture of your room while you're doing it.
I played behind some really good guys with a lot of experience, Matt Farniak, Bo Wilson, last year. And I think I was ready to play last year. I think we were deep at the guard position. And, coming into this season, I feel like the leader out there, and I'm trying to do what I can to kind of lead the O-line. And so I'm feeling great, and I'm ready to play.
Yeah, it's definitely been a grind having to train and learn each position, but I think it's for the better because at D-line, I was there, I was having fun, but I think my future is at offensive line. And so I was pretty happy about the switch. And then switching to guard right now, and I think that's where I have the most potential playing here. So I'm just doing whatever I can to help the team right now and help us get wins.
Another intriguing storyline that has emerged here in spring ball has been that of running back Jaquez Yant. The walk-on out of Tallahassee, Florida, has taken advantage of different players being out this spring, and he has made himself a factor in this running back battle.
he's basically not a walk-on in my eyes. He's potentially should have been a scholarship guy coming out. Circumstances put him in a situation where he didn't get any scholarships, and we're just glad to have him here. But the expectations of Yant has always been he's been a scholarship guy for us, and it's starting to show his ability to help this football team. We're excited about it on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, man, he's a big back, big fast back. He plays downhill with his pads. He's gonna bring some thunder to you. Offensive lineman, we got to get our ass out of the way because he might run us over. He's taken advantage of all the reps that he's received, and he's done well with them. He's been active. He's doing a good job overall. We've certainly enjoyed having him back there. But just a, pretty solid guy, solid back.
Another young player that's coming on here late in the spring has been freshman tight end Thomas Fidone, who Sean Beckton said has put together some of his best work yet.
Well, today was the best practice he's had since he's been here. It's been a step-by-step process with him. He's coming to work as soon as he's gotten here, and we've given him a lot of information, and he's done an unbelievable job. My goal for him, I told him I'm going to press him on every single detail that when he's in. Same thing with Carney. But Fidone has really, really improved since day one, and he's only going to get better from here. The sky's the limit with him. He caught maybe 4 or 5 passes a day, really had a really good scrimmage. He's starting to understand the techniques and how to practice on the college level, and this is his best day by far. So I'm really, really proud of where he's come. We just got to keep pressing him to continue on. He's going to help this football team this year. He wanted to step out there day one and be the best tight end on the team, and I had to humble him early on. That's not going to happen. We got to stack practices. We got to stack reps on top of each other in order for him to be great, and he's definitely moving in that direction. I'm really, really proud of what he did today, and showed me that he's on the right track.
We also caught up with Nebraska's All-Big Ten kicker, Connor Culp.
Obviously very humbling, but that's in the past now, and definitely looking forward to this season, and just take it one kick at a time.
What does that opportunity mean for you to have another year, ability to come back and do something?
Oh, awesome. I'd love to have another opportunity to play in front of fans again, and also it doesn't hurt too bad staying in college for another year either. So, I'm really excited for this year.
Nebraska will come back here on Friday for spring practice number 12 with the Huskers in Lincoln. I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.